So today we're going to cover Chapter 6, Section 4, and today we're going to learn about the triangle mid-segment theorem. So the first thing, though, we need to do is define what a mid-segment is. And a mid-segment is just a segment that connects the midpoints of two sides of the triangle. Every triangle has three mid-segments. Once you connect those three mid-segments, it forms the mid-segment triangle. So in this particular picture that's here, points M, P, and N, these are all midpoints. And I can tell that they're all midpoints because of the congruency marks on the side. Because remember, once something is a midpoint of a segment, it splits that segment into two congruent pieces. So you can see how point P split BC into two congruent pieces. Same thing over here for the AN is congruent to NC because N is the midpoint. And then the same thing over here, M is the midpoint. So it created two congruent segments of AM and MB. Once you connect those midpoints, it creates a mid-segment. And then once you connect these three mid-segments here, it creates the mid-segment triangle. The mid-segment theorem states that the segment connecting the midpoints of the two sides of the triangle is parallel to the third side, and it's going to be half as long as that side of the triangle. So for example, in this picture, they're telling us that DE here is a mid-segment. And notice it's got the little arrow on the mid-segment showing that it's parallel to this side of the triangle. And once we find the mid-segment and the side that it's parallel to, that mid-segment is going to be half as long as the side of the triangle. So just to show you, I could put some numbers in here. The other way you could look at this is if they give you the mid-segment, you could double it, and then that would give you the side of the triangle. So you're either going to be multiplying by 2 or dividing by 2, or if you want to think of it as divide or multiply by a half. So let me put some numbers on here. Let's say I told you that the mid-segment length here was a length of 5. Then to find the length of the side of the triangle, all I have to do is times it by 2, and that side of the triangle would have been 10. If I give you the side of the triangle, you divide it by 2 to get the length of the mid-segment. And I can tell that D and E, again, are midpoints because of the congruency marks. Next is like a real life example. This looks like a picture of a roof truss. So this is what's in your house that hold up your roof. So in order to make your roof strong, it's going to be creating a bunch of triangles in here. And then when they put in those mid-segments, it's going to give strength to those trusses. So in this particular picture, they're telling us that segment UV is a mid-segment and segment VW is a mid-segment. So UV is right here. Let's see, let me do a darker color. Let me do pink. So I'm going to do UV in pink so it shows up. And then I'm going to highlight the VW in purple, or outline it in purple. So now, what they've given us is, this is the triangle we're looking at right here. The SRT. And notice the side of the triangle that is parallel to UV is this side RT here. And remember, when you're given the side of the triangle and they want you to find the length of the mid-segment, all we need to do is take this length, 90, and divide it by 2. So here, since they gave me RT, I could either multiply RT by a half, and that'll give me the length of the midsegment, or again, think of it as divide by 2. So RT was 90. So to get the length of UV, multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2, and the length of that midsegment, UV, is going to be 45. Now, when you go to name these midsegments, the order of the letters doesn't matter. You could also call it VU. But that's the first question they wanted me to find the answer for, was the length of UV. Next, we need to work on finding RS. And if you notice, RS is parallel to this side, SR. And since they gave me the length of that midsegment, all I need to do is double it. So all I have to do is take 2 times VW, and it'll give me the length of RS. VW is 57. I'm going to multiply 2 times 57, and RS has a length of 114. And these were all inches, if you notice in the picture. So for the next slide, the background of the table is kind of hard to see because my slide background is so dark. So it actually had black lines separating all this. So let me go ahead and show the lines where each question is. So it was actually a table. So if I outline the table, and then each one of the rows is a separate question. Okay, I'm going to actually redraw that picture so that way for A, B, and C, I have a different picture that I can label each time. So let me just quickly re-sketch that same figure. I'm just going to give a rough sketch here. So A, C, B, R, S, and let me just label this as T here. Then redraw it again over here. R, S, T, and then A, C, and B. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to do the first one. I'll go over here and do it in green. So they're giving me the length of AB, and AB, they're telling me this side of this triangle has a length of 12. So I'm going to look for this segment. So because they told me R, S, and T are all midpoints, then I know RT here is the mid segment that is parallel to AB. And since they gave me the side of the triangle, in order to find RT, all I have to do is take 12, divide it by 2, and the length of RT is 6. Next thing they're giving me is the length of BC. BC is over here, and they're telling me it has a length of 14. Again, R and S are midpoints, so RS is a mid-segment. So since they gave me the length of BC to find RS, all I have to do is take 14, divide it by 2, or multiply it by a half, and RS is going to be 7. Next, they're giving me the length of the other side of the triangle, and they're telling me that AC here is going to be 18. So for the length of ST, which is its mid-segment that AC is parallel to, I take 18, divide it by 2, and ST equals 9. Going to repeat the same process for row B. Yes. All right, so for row B, the first thing they're giving me is the length of BC. And again, that's going to be the length of the side. So BC is 15. So to find the length of the RS, which is the mid segment that it's parallel to, I take 15 and I need to divide it by 2. So 15 divided by 2 will give me the length of RS, and that's going to be 7.5. Next, they're giving me AC. AC is 22, and AC is parallel to ST. So AC, this one, 22, parallel to ST. So in order to find the length of ST, all I'm going to do is take 22, divide it by 2, and ST is 11. The next piece of information they're giving me is RT. This time RT is the midsegment. So now to find the length of AB, the side of the triangle, I'm going to take RT and I'm going to times it by 2. That's not showing up very good. RT times 2, so 10 times 2 gives me 20, which is the length of AB. Now I'm going to use the last picture I drew for row C. This time they're giving me the length of AB. And AB over here, they're telling me this side of the triangle is 20. Again, remember its midsegment is the RT. So all we have to do is take 20, divide it by 2, and RT is going to be 10. Sorry, I did that backwards. They gave me AB. I was looking at the wrong number. They gave me AB is 10. Sorry. And then to find the midsegment, divide that by 2. So 10 divided by 2. And the length of RT is 5. I did it backwards. Okay. Then BC, that's the side of the triangle. So for BC, it's this, and it's parallel to RS. So for RS, they gave me 7.8. So to get that to be BC, I'm going to times it by 2, and I get 15.6. And then for AC, I'm going to look at ST, and AC is here, ST is here. They gave me ST is 9. So to find AC, all I have to do is take ST, times it by 2. So 9 times 2, and AC equals 18. This one it says, use the triangle GHJ. And it's telling me that A, B, and C are all midpoints. And it told me the length of GH, which is the side of the triangle here, is going to be 7x minus 1. So this one, this side of the triangle is 7x minus 1. And then they're giving me the length of the midsegment is 4x minus 3. It wants me to find the length of GH. Well, I know that if I take the midsegment, BC, and if I times it by 2, it's going to give me the length of the side of the triangle. Now, I could have also taken my side of the triangle and multiplied it by a half. But if I do that, I'm going to get a fraction. So it's easier to multiply the midsegment by 2 than to divide the side of the triangle by 2, unless they're even numbers. So I'm going to take my BC value, which is 4x minus 3, multiply it by 2, and set it equal to 7x minus 1. I need to distribute. I get 8x minus 6 equals the 7x minus 1. I now need to get my x's together. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 7x from both sides. I get x minus 6 equals negative 1. I'm going to add 6. And I get x equals positive 5. Now it didn't say find x, it said find GH. So remember, GH was the 7x minus 1. So now I got to plug in x equals 5. So 7 times 5 is 35 minus 1, and the length of GH is 34. Okay, so you're showing work for number 3, 4, 5, 10, and 11. Now this number 3, they're going to ask you how you know if the lines are parallel and if the midsegment is half of the side of the triangle. So in order to confirm that they're parallel, you're going to show me that their slopes are equal by showing me the slope formula, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, and doing the distance formula to show me that the midsegment is half of the side of the triangle. The distance formula, x2 minus x1 squared, y2 minus y1 squared under the radical. It wants it in simplest radical form. But this is a drag and drop question, but you're still showing me the work for number 3, and it's involving calculating the slopes and calculating the lengths of the two sides, or the midsegment and the side. The other questions are mostly multiply and divide by 2.